Starting today, lawmakers at the National Assembly are quizzing government officials on a range of issues that'll last until Friday. It's one of the major events scheduled for the final regular session of South Korea's 21st National Assembly. On day one, it was all about political issues. We take a closer look into what's in store during this final assembly with our political correspondent, Lee Shi-hoo. Thanks for coming on, Shi-hoo.
Hi, Jung-min.
Hi. And I hear this 100-day session holds exceptional significance for the lawmakers. Why is that?
Well, the next 3 months are crucial in that they are the Parliament's last chance to pass some of its most pending bills, sort out any unfinished business, and make a lasting enough impression to ultimately secure seats at the general election. Right now, the Parliament has a minority ruling, majority opposition status. The ruling People Power Party holds approximately 37% of seats, while the main opposition Democratic Party holds 56%. This has led to fierce clashes and standoffs during the legislative process, where the opposition would use their majority to pass bills that would later be vetoed by the president. For example, the revisions to the Grain Management Act and the Nursing Act. For the ruling party, the election is an opportunity to create the momentum and support that the Yoon administration needs to carry out its national tasks. For the opposition, it's a chance to maintain their voice.
Right. And the rival parties are vowing to put people's livelihoods first and foremost. Tell us more about that.
Yes, both the ruling and opposition parties said they will prioritize pushing bills related to people's livelihoods and the economy. Take a listen.
The PPP will focus on reviving the economy and taking care of people's livelihoods. We will thoroughly deny false agitations, prevent financial leaks, and normalize the national finance.
As the party that overcame the currency crisis and propped up the venture economy, we will restore the public economy through our 3 policies focusing on domestic consumption, investment, and growth.
The PPP will also push for reforms in labor, education, and pensions. Some of its legislative goals include supporting the launch of the Korea Aerospace Administration and allowing anonymous births to protect the mother and the infant. It's also pushing to postpone the enactment of the Fatal Industrial Accidents Punishments Act for small businesses. The act punishes business owners for fatal accidents occurring at their workplace. Now, the DP recently announced 7 legislative goals on top of countermeasures regarding Japan's release of the Fukushima wastewater. The party aims to push bills protecting workers working in extreme heat, as well as protecting teachers from being falsely accused of child abuse. It's also pushing for bills to help small and medium-sized businesses by facilitating investment.
A lot to work on. And Shi-hoo, on top of that, what other events are we expecting?
Well, as you mentioned earlier today, starting today, the lawmakers are quizzing the government officials during the parliamentary Q&A sessions. Every day, about 12 different lawmakers are going to question the government on topics such as politics, diplomacy, security, the economy, education, and society. Some of the expected topics to come up are Japan's release of wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant, teachers' rights, and response measures to violent crimes. Now, in October, the annual parliamentary inspection of the government will take place. Each parliamentary committee will conduct inspections in their respective fields of expertise. Now, the rival parties will also discuss and review the budget proposal submitted by the government.
And with about 7 months remaining until the general elections, what can you tell us more about the Parliament's goal to complete and achieve electoral reform?
Yes, so Speaker Kim Jin-pyo said that all reforms to the electoral system must be completed by the end of this month. He said that way we can ensure people's political rights and offer a fair chance at competition for new politicians. The lawmakers are also discussing measures to possibly combine electoral districts in new ways rather than the traditional boundaries drawn by provinces and regions.
This way, our politics is making a stepping stone to overcome regionalism, a deep-seated problem in our society.
Speaker Kim is also pushing for a constitutional amendment that will decrease political clashes and divisions and instead facilitate conversations and compromises.
If the starting line of decentralization and cooperation is electoral reform, the finish line is a constitutional amendment. Now that the rival parties have taken the first steps of conversation and compromise, let's gather our strengths to achieve agreement on constitutional amendment.
Beginning this week, the Parliament's Advisory Committee for Constitutional Amendment and Political Policies is holding public hearings to find people's opinions on ways to improve our political system.
All right, we will have to keep an eye on how it all unfolds. Thanks for that, Shi-hoo.
Thank you.